Embark on a journey into the profound insights of Michel Foucault with our latest addition to QuotientQuotables' Philosophical Musings playlist. Unlocking the power of observation. Discover the timeless wisdom encapsulated in Foucault's words as he explores the power of observation and surveillance in society. Brace yourself for an enlightening experience that challenges conventional notions of knowledge and control. Tune in now and unravel the intricate dynamics of power through Michel Foucault Quotes on QuotientQuotables. Explore timeless wisdom from the French philosopher and social theorist as we unravel thought-provoking quotes on power, society, and the intricacies of human existence. Join us as we delve into the profound insights of Michel Foucault, the influential philosopher, in a captivating video on QuotientQuotables. Subscribe for a regular dose of inspiration and wisdom as we delve into Michel Foucault's philosophical musings. Sorry for the overlay. Power is not something that is possessed, but something that is exercised. Knowledge and power are inextricably linked. Power is everywhere, not because it embraces everything, but because it comes from everywhere. Truth is not outside of power or opposed to it. It is one of its effects. Discipline is the means by which power is exercised upon the body. Surveillance is the technique by which power is made visible. The panopticon is the ideal model of a disciplinary society. Discipline and surveillance are essential for the maintenance of order and control. They also have the potential to be used for oppressive purposes. Discourse is the way in which we speak about the world. Discourse is not neutral. It is always produced and maintained by power. Truth is not something that exists independently of discourse. It is produced through discourse. Discourses can be both productive and repressive. They can be used to create new possibilities and to limit our freedom. The subject is not a fixed entity. It is always in process of being formed. Our identities are shaped by the discourses that we are subjected to. We can never escape the power of discourse, but we can try to understand it and use it to our advantage. We should all strive to create ourselves as subjects who are free and autonomous. We should all challenge the discourses that limit our freedom. Ethics is about how we should live our lives. Politics is about how we should organize our societies. Ethics and politics are both concerned with power and knowledge. We should always strive to create a more just and equitable world. We should all resist all forms of oppression. Power and knowledge directly imply one another. We are all caught up in power relations. Discipline is a form of power that is exercised through the body. The body is the object of discipline. Discipline produces docile bodies. Panopticism is a disciplinary technology. We are all subject to disciplinary power. Discourse is a form of language that is used to construct reality. We are all caught up in discursive systems. Discourse shapes our thoughts and our actions. The subject is the effect of power. We are not born as subjects. We become subjects through power relations. Identity is not fixed. It is fluid and constantly changing. We are all constructed through discourse. History is not a linear narrative. We can never know the truth about history. History is always open to interpretation. We must be critical of all historical narratives. There is no such thing as a universal morality. Morality is always relative to a particular context. We must always be critical of our own moral beliefs. We must be open to other moral perspectives. We must act ethically in a world where there is no absolute morality. Power is not merely repressive, it is also productive. Power and resistance are inextricably linked. We can never eliminate power, but we can resist it. Resistance is not about overthrowing power. It is about creating new possibilities. Discipline is not just about controlling the body. It is about controlling the mind. Panopticism is a technology of power that is used to make people constantly aware of being watched. We are all subject to surveillance in modern society. We must be aware of the power of surveillance and resist it. We must create spaces of freedom where we are not subject to surveillance. Discourse is not just about language, it is about power. Discourse shapes what we know and what we don't know. We must be critical of all discourses. We must create new discourses that challenge dominant power structures. We must never stop questioning the knowledge that is produced in our society. We are not passive subjects. We are active agents. We can resist the power that shapes us. We can create our own identities. We are not determined by our past. We can create our own futures. Freedom is not the absence of power. It is the ability to resist power. We are free to the extent that we are able to resist the power that shapes us. Freedom is not about doing whatever we want. It is about creating our own possibilities. We must create spaces where we can be free from the constraints of power. We must never stop fighting for our freedom. Sexuality is not a natural phenomenon. It is a social construct. The way we think about sexuality is shaped by power relations. We must be critical of the way sexuality is represented in our society. We must challenge dominant discourses about sexuality. We must create new ways of thinking about and experiencing sexuality. Governmentality is a form of power that seeks to govern through individuals. Governmentality operates through the production of norms and values. We are all subject to governmentality in modern society. We must be critical of the way governmentality shapes our lives. We must create new forms of governmentality that are more ethical and just. Critique is the starting point for any form of resistance. We must constantly critique the power relations that shape our lives. Critique can help us to create new possibilities for change. We must never stop critiquing our world. Through critique, we can transform our world into a more just and equitable one. I hope these quotes from Michel Foucault continue to inspire and challenge your thinking and engage you with his insightful wisdom. His profound insights into power, discourse, subjectivity, and the nature of knowledge remain relevant and thought-provoking today.